that'd be cool. But anywho, gotta adjust the invisible tie. Welcome back once again for another fun episode of Box of Topics. Because you never know what you're gonna get.
Woo-woo!
We're now on episode 29.
29. Ow! That's wow. Yeah, we getting up there.
Mhm. So I noticed like quite a few of these have been like real grounded, real serious. So I'm gonna bring it back to the whole like goofiness.
Fun, light
Yeah,
topics.
yeah. So I know I tend to, get a little passionate, a little nerdy on things that I'm like, I really like this set of product. Um, I don't know if I ever asked you, is there something where you can just like get real nerdy and talk for hours on end about it?
Mm. And feel like a nerd talking about it.
Like actually gush out about something like a full on fan.
Tetris Attack. I love that game. It's an
That is
old school game, old school Nintendo. I mention it, people be like, "What?"
that same year. I talk about it. Hey, so how do you fight with Tetris? Is it like Tetris 99? Nothing like that. Not even close.
No, it's like nobody. It's the coolest game in the world that apparently nobody else has ever heard of.
Yeah, and I know like the original Japanese, version
Version.
of it,
Hmm.
which is called Paddle de Pawn, and it's funny too because like I've I've seen glimpses of it, but never knew where it was from. Like the main character of that game is like some little magical girl named Lip, really hilarious, and she has like this flower that she used called a lipstick. See, that's just clever. So I've seen that before, like in a fighting game or whatever. I'm like, that's cool, little poison flower. Where does this come from? And then upon thinking of like at some point I saw the game again on like the free Nintendo Switch
Hmm.
thing, and I was like, oh, that's Tetris Attack. Oh
Hmm.
shoot, I know that. That's the little flower. And wait, if that's the flower, then oh shoot, is this your game? Oh god. But yeah, that's cool. Also, hello there. How you doing?
Hello, Demon Fry.
Demon
Hey,
Fly? That's fun.
yeah, Ben Worker, Laura Manjazro, no, Jaraz. Okay.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today?
Thanks for dropping in, stopping by. We're great. How about you today?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing quite well. Right now, I'm asking her if there's like any kind of thing or show, game, product where she's like able to nerd about it and talk about it for hours. And she was like, "Oh yeah, Tetris Attack," and I was like, "Fun game, really nice stuff."
One of the coolest games that apparently nobody has ever heard about.
Which is weird. Like it's so good.
It is. It's a great game.
Huh?
It'll keep you busy for hours.
And the weird part is, I've seen multiple people play it. Like you look up people playing it, there's a whole bunch of
Really?
yeah, tons of videos, tons of videos. Even if you look up the other version of the game, tons of videos of
Oh,
people
I
just
need to get
playing
my
it.
video out there then.
Oh
Shoot.
yeah. It's
Cause
and
I'm a killer at that game.
I feel like that's one of those games where it's like if people start talking about it again, it'll have a
Hmm.
resurgence.
If they have a research, I'm joining the tournament.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because it came back on Switch, so of course, if you have the Super Nintendo emulator that they give you for free on Nintendo Switch, you'll see it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
With the new Switch, I wonder what's gonna happen.
You gotta buy everything.
Hmm.
That joke was crazy when I saw that. And then I saw another in-depth video about it where this man was just ranting about the whole thing. Like, you have to pay for this, you gotta pay for that. There's a button on there you gotta pay for. Why? And then some of the older games that cost like $59, now they cost $79. It's the same game. For what reason? So yeah, it is
Corporate America.
corporate greed. Yep.
And you know what? It might be payback. As you
For
know, Trump been making it real hard for everybody else.
what's funny? They even like somebody who was interviewing the people behind the Switch 2, they
Hmm.
was like, "Hey, we heard about the whole Trump tariffs things. Did y'all up the prices to account for that?" And they was like, Actually, we had no idea.
Yeah, right.
No, they were like they didn't even take that into consideration. We just upped the price because we felt like, hey, the Switch 2 is worth that much.
It's time. Well, you know, with a new system that comes out, it used to be a complete no. It's going to be a completely new system, even though it's like the Switch 2. Because, like with the original PS4
Mm-hmm.
compared to the PS5, there was a big price jump there.
True, but the main difference between the two is like it's like okay, it's more of a progressional thing
Mm-hmm.
where it's like okay, extra $50 for the next one, an extra $50 for the next one, maybe an extra 100. The Switch 1 and 2, double the price, just straight. And then the crazy part
Right.
is,
How
it
much is
is
the Switch 2?
it's like $500 or so.
That's how much the Switch. Wait, hold on.
No, the Switch 1 was like 200, if even that. Because people have known Nintendo as the more affordable, family-friendly pricing because no one in their right mind is going to spend $100 on Mario Kart
Mm-hmm.
in their right
Ooh.
mind.
Oh, you gonna get hurt for that one.
For who?
Mario is religion.
It's Mario Kart.
Oh my God, Mario is religion.
We wouldn't even pay $100 for something like Call of Duty.
There is somebody that has a statue somewhere, and they are going to pray to that statue.
Yeah,
Mario is religion.
And people have statues of Bugs Bunny, regardless. But yeah, and of course there are people like, so no, they're just doing this to account for inflation. No, they're not bad people. Cool, but at the same time, when that guy researched it and was just putting out all the data, I was like, oh, maybe the Switch 2 ain't that bad. No, it is that bad. It's a weaker console. The camera that you get is worse than your phone.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
480.
Wait, no, 480p?
480p.
Not like 480, HD?
And that's for like one of the cameras, like that you're able to get like a Piranha Point one. But their camera that they now have that they sell you for like $50 or so, it now has 1080p, where they're like, hey, we got it. And it's like, cool. Why did it take y'all so long to catch up? We're already in the 2000 range. And then they're over.
I didn't think they even made anything with 480p anymore.
That's what everyone was saying. Like, how did you downgrade past TV? Right. And then on top of that, what was outside of the egregious pricings that everyone's talking about, it's also the simple fact that what else was it? What else? Okay. So they also was like, hey, now with the Switch 2, you can have voice chat. You can play with your friends and everything. But you have to buy Nintendo Switch Online to do so. And I was like, okay, that isn't that normal? And somebody broke it down like, no, on Xbox and PlayStation, you can talk to your friends for free. Switch said you gotta pay to talk to your friends. And I'm like, oh God.
Oh wow. That's going over the top. But okay, well, I mean, they try it. Somebody got to be the first one to try it.
Yeah.
If it works for them, then everybody
else gonna. And that's why people are so upset. Like, why? If people start going for this, then everyone's just gonna. Because I forgot about this. I didn't know that in the past, big games used to cost like $40. Then somebody said, let's just up it to $50.
Oh my God! When games first came out, when video games first came out, they was like $10, $20, $10 for sure. When they first came out, systems were like $40. It wasn't
Yeah, because it was such a niche.
It was because it was new, and it was like, well, let's see what happens. And they launched it, and I'm talking about back when it was just the two little sticks going back and forth.
Oh, Pong.
And a little ball go across. Yeah.
I enjoy a good game of Pong.
They call it Pong now, but back then when it first came out, it was tennis. And they had this big old thing on there where you see tennis rack and a ball and a person, and then when the game pop up, it's just two sticks. And it wasn't all that like you see now. It was just two little sticks going back and forth, and you try to keep it from going off the sideline. That was tennis. But and the picture would not represent the actual game.
Of course not. It'd be two guys hardcore, and then it's actually punk. That's what they do with a lot of those games.
Well, now games actually represent the pictures that you see on front. Well, sometimes. The characters, at least.
Sometimes.
Well.
Yeah.
Because that's the way I shop for video games. I don't know anything about them. All that stuff they put on the back, I'll be like...
Exciting gameplay. I'm going to look at a review. That's what I
see, now you can. I can look at reviews and stuff, but back in the day, it was just like, look at the front.
Look at the back and hope they're telling the truth.
Exactly. Because one thing I don't understand either is the whole, if you're buying a game originally, that you can't return it. I don't understand that. I mean, you can, if you get a game from GameStop, you can return it. But if you get a game from like Target or Walmart or something like that, brand new, you can't return it if you don't like the game.
Because you took the plastic off.
Yeah, but that's crazy though. It's like, they treat games like they cars. Like once you leave the lot, then it loses
its value.
Right. And it's like
bro, how? I can bring back certain foods if I don't like them.
Walmart, you can bring everything back but games. You can't bring games back.
And the funny part is, speaking of which...
but by the way, we're not shopping at Walmart right now.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, of course not. But back then, before the cotton, we're talking from experience, because there was one time, there was a new Marvel's Capcom game that came out, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind playing this. It got some cool characters in there. It got Ultron. I like Ultron. It was called Marvel's Capcom Infinite. So we went to Walmart, we got it, I went home, plugged it into my PlayStation 4, played it, and went, this is garbage. So then I took it out of my system, put it back in the case, closed that boy. This is within 30 minutes of me getting the game. And then we just left it in the bag until we went back to Walmart. Tried to return it with receipt in hand, and they went, well, you can't return it. Why not? Because you took the plastic off. Hey, buddy, question, Gazpacho. How would I know that I didn't like the game if I don't take the plastic off? Something about that seems a little, that's like if I go, hey, I didn't like this set of food, can I return it? Or, because it's not what I thought it would be. And, well, we can't let you do that. Why not? Because you saw the food.
I thought you was going to say you took if you get a burger and it's raw and you...
Oh, yeah, you can't return it. You took a bite.
You took a bite. Like, what?
How would I... I'm supposed to trust you. Okay. And then sometimes even with GameStop, you can't even take games. I mean, you can, but you won't get exactly what you paid for. You'll be like, hey, I paid $65.85 for this game. Can I get that back? Sure you can. So where's my money? Oh, you were hoping for cash? You got store credit.
You know what? I would prefer store credit than nothing. Because especially back in the day when y'all we used to live at GameStop. We was there every week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Every other day sometimes. So I'll take store credit. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But that's what made me just be like, you know what? Why are we even going to Walmart or Target or any of these places to get the games? Why don't I just go to GameStop?
Because
it started off cheaper. And if you didn't like it at any point in time, you could take it back.
Mm-hmm. And then you get like a whole bunch of warranties and stuff like that. Like, would you like to add an extra $1 so you can have a year warranty? Sure.
I used to love the reward credit, the reward program, because we was going there so much. Man, I was getting all type of deals, free stuff. Oh, because you have 80,000 points, You can pick any game here for free, or you can get a system for 50% off. I was loving that. Those perks was awesome.
Oh yeah. Won't get that at Walmart.
No,
Because you
definitely not.
bought 18 bajillion groceries, you get to buy more groceries. Oh, for double the price. Why?
Well, you know what would be great? You know what would be great?
If
If
even
it,
life had a reward system. Because you're a good noodle.
yes, that would be great. Hey, you've paid your rent on time for the last 6 years. You get 6 months free rent. Or you paid your car note on time for the last 4.5 years. We're gonna let you have the last 6 months free. Yeah, it would be great if life could offer some great perks like that. It would
And no, tax return does not count.
be awesome.
Just because they feel a little bad and go, I think we stole too much money. Now let's get back some of their stolen money.
Man, it would be great. Yes, if you could just hey, you go in, you pay your bills on time every time. If at one time you could just go in to pay the light bill, and they'd be like, you know what? You're getting 2 months lights free because you've
Woo!
been a loyal, pay on time customer, but you get nothing. Not only
Yeah.
do you not get nothing, but they damn near snatch your money and be like, next. You be like,
I'm here to pay my light. Get out of line.
You get no appreciation at all. They don't even have a customer appreciation day.
No,
Or
what's that?
just one day, can I get lights free or something? It just nothing.
You get daylight savings. You don't get customer
Man,
savings.
you get
What?
nothing.
We'll save the day and the earth before we save our customers.
Utilities are the worst. They don't give you no type of appreciation. And it's like, you better pay or else. That's all you get.
Click.
You don't get no type of
No
love,
warning.
appreciation. Or hey, we appreciate the fact that you pay us, even though we're asking for an astronomical amount. And yes, you had to go 2 weeks without dinner for for a minute, but you still paid us. We appreciate that.
Yeah, which is why I swear for Lord, once I hope it was just a goof, but if what I heard is true, freaking PlayStation's taking away their reward system. I'm like, why? Why are you doing this?
No love, no more. Nobody shows appreciation.
So I buy all these games, and you can't let me get a gift card to buy another game? How dare?
I'm gonna put it out there. I want everybody out there to back me up. We gonna start getting on these utilities heads. Like, hey, I've been paying a water bill for the last 20 years. I feel like I should at least get 2 gallons of water free.
I'm just
something. Just can I get 2 weeks worth of gas for free?
It's not gonna hurt their pockets.
I've been paying a gas bill, or make it a lottery. Make it a lottery.
Make it a chance. Yeah.
Yes. You be like, hey, we got all these people that pay their bills on time, all that. So there's going to be a lottery. And for 6 months, somebody's going to get utilities for free. That would be awesome.
I need one even better. When does daylight savings happen? Once every year?
It's to turn your clocks forward and turn your clocks back. So this happens at 2 times in a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So on both daylight savings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think is when you turn your clock forward is when they call it daylight savings. And when you turn your clock back, they just call it turn your clock back.
Oh, not nighttime adjusting?
No, they
Come on.
I don't think there's no name for that.
All right. So on daylight savings and nighttime adjusting, please just use that name. Come on, like it's right there. That should be the times where they have like a nice little lottery, and then it's not one big lottery for the whole world. No, make it, either country by country or state by state.
State by state would be good.
Make it fair.
Yeah.
And heck, even if you want to be a generous guy, city by city. So then that way. Come on. They have enough money.
Right.
They have enough money.
Oh, no, there's no such thing. When it comes to corporate, there is no such thing.
Elon Musk bought Mars.
No such thing as too much money.
A human being on the same planet as us legally bought Mars.
I didn't know Mars was for sale.
They have enough money.
There's no such thing in corporate America. There's no such thing as too much money.
Somebody probably bought the moon.
They don't care.
The very thing Gru stole. They bought it.
They want more. I don't care.
I'm too all done if somebody buys the ocean. Like at that point, I quit. But yeah, they definitely have enough. I will say, I have 2 different series where I could just talk about them for days, and it's so bad to the point where I be trying my darndest to not talk about them or not bring them up. But
bring up who?
The 2 different things I can fan boy about. And I try so hard to not bring them up in everyday scenarios, but they've done everything, and I can easily reference them at any point. It's like trying to not bring them up. It's like trying to not drink water. At some point, I gotta do it.
Gotta do it. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable, just like that.
Just like that.
And
it's
the 2,
inevitable.
Yeah, and the 2 series is, of course, one Dragon Ball, because it did everything. Like you say anything, any random scenario, they probably did it. And then the other one is Halo. Love that series. And they did a whole bunch of stuff too.
But the only people who get those references when you use them is only other gamers. So, like, if you was to reference something in Halo, I'd just be looking at you like, huh?
Well, true. But when it comes to something like Dragon Ball, then at that point, anything I say, anyone will get it. Because it's like,
not everybody watches Dragon Ball.
Here's the funny thing about that. Without even watching it, people know what it is. That's like, it's true.
I don't believe that.
No.
Anybody else got a counterpoint on that? I don't believe that.
No,
I don't believe everybody knows about Dragon Ball.
It's that worldwide.
I understand it's worldwide and things of that nature, but everybody does not know about. I need somebody out there. Can you back me up on this?
I give it at least like 60% of the planet.
And then this is the wrong place to even ask too, because a lot of people that check in is your gamer people. So I want an opinion on that. I don't think everybody knows about Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, GT. I don't think everybody knows who that is.
No.
You know about the characters for Hello Kitty?
I only know about Hello Kitty and Arrival.
See? There it is.
But that's not worldwide.
Yes, Hello Kitty is. Yes, she is. Woo. Oh, somebody just took off their earrings over there.
She's not that
good. You got Lord.
Okay, seriously.
Don't.
Outside of Hello Kitty.
Don't fight me.
Outside of Hello Kitty. What other characters? People are now just realizing she has a boyfriend.
What? No.
Yes. See.
I ain't saying what like I didn't know. I'm just saying what like you don't know what.
No, nobody knew this.
Oh God, Hello Kitty is oh my God so popular. It's like oh God, and forever. Hello Kitty has been a beef. I almost want to say before Dragon Ball Z. Hello Kitty was out there.
She came in from the 90s.
Hello Kitty been out forever. It's just the whole thing of her coming here. But she's been out. Anybody out there got some words on that for me?
But yeah.
Where's my phone?
It's like Superman.
What about Superman?
Same thing with you. Everyone knows Superman.
You think?
Yes.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
Outside this country, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. The only person that I know that is known worldwide, everywhere, is Santa Claus.
Well,
he is. Now he got different names too when you go to different countries, but that's the only person I know that's worldwide. That and no, I was gonna say Jesus.
No,
nope,
definitely not him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only character I know that's worldwide. That's Santa Claus. I don't think no other characters have reached that type of
I'd say probably some of the others like the Tooth Fairy at least. I'd imagine she would. She doesn't, have a whole holiday after her, of course, but nor barely even does. Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on a sec. I know Santa Claus has one. I know like other fun characters. Does the Tooth Fairy even have like an actual character based on her? I have never seen her in anything.
I've seen movies here. I don't know about outside. I've seen whole storylines about the Tooth Fairy.
I gotta look her up at some point because it's
It's
like,
it's. I mean, like I've. It was the whole thing about where they were saving the teeth, and
mm,
these other fairies was trying to steal the teeth, and the teeth brought them these special type of powers, and it was a whole big thing. Yeah, it was a whole big movie. I don't ask me to tell you what the movie was, because
feels like,
I watched it on my own with no kids, so it's left up to me to remember.
yeah, it's like so many different versions of the Tooth Fairy. There's the weird ones, there's the scary ones, there's the ones where it's not even really even a fairy. There's the Rock. Like
It's like the Santa Claus, like hey,
yeah, but like everyone, and that's the same thing. Cause like, okay, perfect example. Like, my girlfriend, she doesn't watch anime at all. She doesn't even like it, and she tends to steer clear of it. Which, fair enough. It can be and is very weird at times. Heck, I try to explain any of these shows, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna stop before I get put on a list because some of these shows be weird.
Who you get put on the list?
But even her, without knowing anything about it, she's like, wait a minute, I've seen him at some point. I was like, you have? I was like, yeah. Had the orange on. He had like long hair. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like the second she said, I was like, oh, I know exactly which one you saw. But even without ever, never watched the show, don't even like anime, she still knows who he is. And then even once I draw some character that looks similar to it, everyone will just, is that Dragon
Ooh,
Ball?
I told you. Hello Kitty, 1974. Dragon Ball, 1984. I told you.
Yeah.
Hello Kitty is universal, worldwide, and old.
Just because she came out first don't mean nothing.
No, I'm telling you, she is big.
Jesus Christ, something, something BC.
What?
Nobody. Like, man only came to the northern part.
I'm telling you, it's Hello Kitty is big.
Yes. I mean, I know she's big, but Superman big?
She is, yes. Very well known.
I don't think people know enough about her because it's like I know her name, I know her outfit, but that's about it. I don't know if she sounds like. I don't know if she has a voice. I don't know her personality. I don't know her hobbies. I don't know her favorite food. Like
that's because you don't. Just because you don't know about Hello Kitty does not diminish her notoriety. Okay, just because you don't know, and then you know, why would you know about Hello Kitty? She's like cute, and pink, and white, and cute, and all that.
I know about Strawberry Shortcake.
Yeah, well, that was because your sister probably watched it here on at home.
No,
but yeah.
I don't think I've seen a single episode of Strawberry Shortcake, but I just know. I think from like the toys and the ads, and then like I learned that there were other shortcakes, and I just sat there and wondered, are they connected to the My Little Ponies?
My Little Pony, Strawberry Shortcake. Now I think My Little Pony is separate.
Oh, most definitely.
That's Hasbro, right?
I wouldn't even know. I just think it's their own thing.
I think My Little Pony and Barbie might be related. Maybe.
Oh, like made roughly around the same, like the toys or the shows?
No, I think they made by the same person. Came out of the Mattel family.
Oh,
that's what I think. Guessing. Maybe. Don't come for me.
I mean, shoot, not everyone's right about everything. Now watch someone be mad about that. But yeah, those are definitely, because definitely a lot of people definitely know about them. Now, the fun things that I do enjoy is whenever like two different series will come together, like a fun little collab, and then fans will just take that and run with it. I always love those. And well, it's not recent, it happened a while ago, but one of the most just craziest collaborations that just it works when it comes to a lot of people is it was two games that came out at the same time, and they are the furthest apart. I mean, complete opposites of each other. One of them, you're going around this small little cute village, hanging out with a whole bunch of like animal like people, trying to make the town a greater place and go fishing, have a nice time, probably invite a friend over. And the other one's rock and roll. You go to the underworld, you kill a bunch of demons, big soldier man. So
What is that from?
that's Doom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the game Doom came out, and at the same time, a game called Animal Crossing came out. So they took the face of Animal Crossing and the face of Doom, and they just put them together. And honestly, yeah, fair enough. I just find it hilarious that they just take a little mare dog girl and just go, yeah, she pairs perfectly with this 7 foot tall man of few words super soldier. Perfect.
Mm. Okay, well, they didn't say how much here. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna just ask the question.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's see. Dragon Ball. Uh, well, how do you find out how much they make per year?
Like profit?
Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. Profits. That's the word. Thank you. Um, uh, Dragon Ball earnings. Okay. No. It says that. Oh, okay. Well, it says that the Dragon Ball franchise has grossed an estimated 9.554 billion in revenue as of March 2024. Now, and then it says, no, video games. Okay, it says over 10 billion in revenue. That's what they're saying. As of 2024. Hello Kitty, on the other hand, she makes 5 billion a year, and has been for a minute. So 5 billion a year. That's a lot of people to know about Hello Kitty. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying she's just a random nobody cat.
I know. I'm just
That'd
telling
be
you.
Cat in Hat and all them stuff.
It's a lot. You was just saying you never heard of it. I'm like, hey, I'm like, just because you haven't heard it, don't discount the kid.
Cat?
I almost said something wrong. But anyway.
But yeah, like I'm just saying the simple fact that I feel like she hasn't reached as much people as the other.
Oh no, she just you wasn't aware. But yeah.
No, because I've always known of her. I have. She's one of those things where it's like, Hello Kitty. Oh yeah, duh, oxygen. Like you just know of these things.
So you know about Betty Boop too?
Who the heck? Oh no, wait, I do know about Betty Boop. Because I was like, who the heck is Betty?
Oh
but no, because like the name had to process first. And I was like, I thought you were gonna say like Betty or something.
No, Betty Boop.
Yeah, of
There's
course.
some of them old classic like Popeye, Betty Boop, Olive Oil. Who else is old? Superman is super old.
Only a few people know of like Olive Oil.
You don't know who Olive Oil is?
No, I said probably a few people know who. Of course, I know who.
You should.
I watched Popeye.
Y'all don't know who Olive Oil is? Oh my god! What about Sweet Pea? Oh
Sweet
god!
Pea. Wait, wasn't that the big dude?
That's Bruto. Or Brutus.
Then who the heck is Sweet Pea?
The baby.
There's a baby?
In Popeye?
Oh God! Whose baby is it? Is it Popeye's?
No.
Huh?
This is a baby they found.
This just a baby.
Just a random baby they found.
Okay.
And they just take care of it. It's called Sweet Pea. How about Wimpy? I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Who the heck is Wimpy?
Oh Lord. I failed you as a parent. You don't know about the classic cartoons?
I know about a lot of the characters, but I mean, after a minute, it's like...
all right. Anyway.
Look, I can name off the Teletubbies if you want me to do that. I can do that.
That ain't classic time. Well, I guess for you,
it
is. That's it. That's for you. It's classic, but I mean, that's not even old. Old cartoons and stuff out of the 20s. I would say an old cartoon. Well, I guess because I'm from the 1800s, the old cartoons for would be from the 1900s or from the 20s or yeah, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. That's the cartoons that it's super old.
I mean, don't feel too bad. Even some of the old cartoons I used to watch and little kid shows, outside of a few of the main characters, I can't name anyone. Like Max and Ruby, that's it. I don't know any of the other characters.
I never watched Max and Ruby. I
I
used to watch what was it, Grimm?
Oh, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, now that
Yeah,
I used to watch. With y'all, I some of the kids shows I watched was JJ the Jet Plane,
I can only
Thomas
name
the
him.
Tank Engine,
Can only name him.
Mr. Topham Hat. Oh, stop it,
I can only
Barney.
like yeah, I do remember him. Barney, the only one I can think of is BJ, because that was my favorite one.
And you remember BJ, but you don't remember what was the baby? Oh, I forgot her name. Oh,
Was it Baby Bottom?
Baby Bop.
Baby Bottom.
Yeah, Baby Bop.
Mm.
Bop. That's her name,
Baby
right?
Bottom
Right.
Pop.
Anyway, Baby Bop. Yeah, that was her name. Then you have Barney. How about Sesame Street?
Well, we already talked about the Sesame Street
And the
characters.
Muppets.
Yeah, I know them. Come on, like that.
Okay.
Come on, that's easy.
Okay. Let me see. What's the other shows I used to watch with y'all?
And then even some of the characters from like Word Girl, like I know Word Girl, Mr. Huggy Face, Doctor Two Brains, and then after that, it just kind of gets a little
I love Word Girl.
Mr.
That's
Big.
the best PBS show ever created. That and I didn't In Between the Lions was cool, but what was his name?
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. I used to love Cliffhanger.
And that's the thing. Like it's always the thing that tends to capture my attention the most. So with In Between the Lines, I have no idea. If you was to, we're gonna take your entire bank account unless you tell us every lion's name. You might as well just take it. Like I only know Cliffhanger. That's it.
I knew it was a mama.
Yeah, I know there's a
daddy,
mom, a dad, a brother, and a sister.
and that's it. That's
Yeah.
all I got for you.
Can't hold on much longer.
That's
And that's all I know.
That was the man.
That's all I need to know. So yeah, and then like even with the one show with the blue octopus with the top hat named Oswald, I only know Oswald. Speaking of old cartoons, you just reminded me. With a lot of those cartoons, I tend to learn a lot. You know, it helps shape the person you want to be. You see something on TV, you're like, I want to be that. And honestly, a lot of the gentleman-like characters, that was cool. The boxer characters, I want to learn how to box, stuff like that. And
From off of what show?
whenever there's a box on screen. But
I don't remember a boxer on the kids show.
me neither. But anyway. But outside of that, there's those few shows where it's like, as a kid, you're even critiquing it like, this isn't this who wrote this? This is garbage. This is straight rubbish. And one of those shows for me is Caillou.
Don't hate on Caillou.
I'm hating on Caillou.
Don't hate on Caillou.
Because you want to know who was his superior? Little Bill. I learned so much more from Little Bill.
Oh, Little Bill was cool.
He was cool. Reason why is because he'd actually do stuff. He'd advance the plot. He'd actually talk about things. He'd teach people stuff. Caillou would sit there and throw a tantrum every 15 seconds when he didn't get his way. And the craziest part about that is he has a little sister.
Who was more calm?
Way more calm than him. Like, they'll both get into an injury. She'll get up and go, I just need a Band-Aid. How are you, big brother? Absolutely throwing a tantrum. I'm like, dog, you're not embarrassed?
That's so funny because it's so true. It would be. She'd just get up and be okay, and she was the baby.
You know,
And
like
he would
3 or
always
2,
cry.
always. And then sometimes he'll just lie. Like, there was one time he was playing with like his I do remember his little black friend's name, Clementine. I remember that because it was such a unique name. I was like, that's a cool name. So there was one time they was playing with like little toys or whatever. And he wanted to play with cars or whatever. And she wanted to play with dolls. He was like, no, I just want to play cars. She was like, well, I want to play dolls. So, they was at a disagreement. So when his dad came over and was like, well, what seems to be the problem? That man turned his head. And instead of going, we're having a disagreement, she want to play with dolls, I want to play with cars. That man immediately, she stole my toys from me. Ah, what? What did you? Why? Why do you like this? How do you have friends?
Yeah, he would do a lot of crying. He really did.
Honestly, I think his whole mentality is why, because of him, any people I run into that kind of have that same trait, I just immediately don't. Especially if you have a younger sibling that's more calm and more sophisticated, and you, the older one, the example, is throwing a tantrum. I can't. I can't.
TV teaching you bad habits.
And that's why
happens all the time.
And that's one of the main reasons why, a bunch of my friends, they was telling me to watch the next little, every show has like its little sequel. They wanted me to watch the show, which is all about Naruto's kid. Okay. Yeah, they wanted me to watch the show that's all about Naruto's kid and everything. And I'm like, okay. I go to watch it for a couple episodes or so, and this man pulls off a bit of a Caillou. And he also has a little sister that's way more competent. So immediately, I don't like the kid. I don't like him at all. I don't like him whatsoever. I'm like, nah, bro. He has no excuse to be acting this way.
Triggered by Caillou.
Immediately, that's my trigger. And I'm like, I don't like him. I don't care. And they're like, nah, bro, you're being too harsh on him. Am I? This man disrespected his father, right? And here's the thing.
Naruto?
Yeah, his kid disrespected him.
And he allowed that?
He be working like 24/7. He's too tired to do anything. And here's what happened.
Didn't realize you'd be too tired for a butt kicking, but go ahead.
Here's what happened. So he's working at his office all day doing a crap ton of paperwork. And at some point, he sends a clone to take care of his kids because, he can't do both. He can't be in the same place at the same time.
Oh, God, I wish.
So while this is going on, it's his little girl's birthday. And he goes to, get a cake or whatever, takes it to her. They're about to celebrate. He gets too tired. The clone goes poof, and the cake falls. Right? This is on the little girl's birthday. I have to stress this. So then his older son gets mad, right? While his wife and daughter are like, oh, he must be working really hard. Yeah. Hey, at least he made it close to the table. Hey, good for him. He's trying. The son flips out like, oh, he couldn't even show up for a birthday. What are you mad for? It's my birthday, and I'm fine. Like, are you crying? Like, this man was just, I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. And it was almost like I was even telling my friends, I was like, does he not know what all his dad been through and did? It was like, no. Why does he? I feel like once he learns, he should change all this around. This is like, dog.
What movie was I watching where they said the famous line? You ruined my life.
Oh, that was that Ninjago, Lego Ninjago.
No, I was watching a movie last night where they said it. He was like, you ruined my life. He was like, I don't even know you. I was dying laughing. So I was like, okay, so they recycle that line. I wish I could remember what movie I was watching where he was telling him that. Wait, I watched. Wait, what did I watch? I started watching Fight Club, but before Fight Club, it was another movie. They had the guy in it from Fight Club.
Mm-hmm.
Bullet Train. I think that's where he said it. He was like, he did. They was fighting on the train. And the guy, he was called the Wolf. And he was like fighting Brad Pitt. And he was like, you ruined my life. He was like, I don't even know you. Man, I was dying laughing.
Oh, yeah, that's always fun.
Yes.
I thought you was talking about the whole scene from Ninjago. It was like, you ruined my life. How can I even ruin your life? I wasn't even there.
I love that. I love that movie. I know some of the movies are supposed to be for kids, but I'm telling you, sometimes
the writing in there, man, it's meant for everybody.
I'll be watching a movie with my kids and we'll be cracking up harder than them. The part in the Lego movie where he was like, it's a double-decker couch. And they all just looking at him. Like, he was proving that he was a master builder. So they was like, they building boats and spaceships and
all types of stuff. And Emmett, what is that? Oh, it's a double decker couch. You know, if you want to sit down with your buds. It's like,
Man, I
but it's so
was
impractical.
dead.
Like with the people from the top row, like would you be blocking them with swinging your legs, or how would that even work? And then what if you
Oh,
want to get down? Like, what
man.
is
And
that?
my favorite part in that movie, my favorite line out of the Lego movie is, do you want to be a leader or do
Well,
you want to be a follower?
uh,
Uh,
leader?
leader?
How
How
dare
dare you?
you? Beep.
That's the best line.
Uh, that was hilarious. And I also do love the
Ah.
I also do love the part where it's like the spaceman the whole time. He was like, "Oh, are we gonna build a spaceship? No,
No, right.
oh no, yeah," because he
No.
like was almost done, and like,
Yes.
no, we're not building a
No.
spaceship. Oh no, it's
And
fine.
then he was like, "Are we?" No, when they was like, "Hey," he was like, "We need to build." He was like, "Oh, let me guess, not a spaceship." They was like, "No,
Yeah,
we need you to build a spaceship."
you know, like we need something that can fly, and can travel through space, and probably has enough space for all of us, including the double decker couch. Does that mean I can finally build a Yes.
You can
You
build a
can
spaceship.
Hey, space up! Space
Yeah.
up! Just zooming around. Space up!
I love that movie. I swear to God, that is the best, one of the best movies ever. I watched that. You know it's a good movie when
we
you
gotta
watch
watch it several, you know?
Yes, and there's no kids in the room, and you sitting there, and you're doing all you saying the parts. Oh, everything is awesome.
Sing it along with it.
Man, you know what? I downloaded that and I forgot about that song. I gotta put it back on my playlist because blasting that riding down the street, yes,
Yeah, it
everything
really
is
is.
awesome.
And I do. There's just so many different parts where it's just funny. The whole Batman trying to break in, throwing multiple batarangs just for one to just so happen to land. First try. That's not all right.
Oh my God, yes, I love that. And then of course, one of my all-time favorite characters is Olaf from Out of Frozen. I love me some Olaf, I swear.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was just talking about you. All good things. All good things. You know what? Now that we're talking about Frozen again, I have to say another character I do not like just as much as Kai don't like him is Anna. Don't like him.
You don't like Anna?
Not one bit.
Oh, wait. Don't take off your earrings. I got this.
Who would take off their earrings?
Hey, RKS Mutual. He's got some topics. Let's hear what you got.
But yeah.
Yes.
See, it's just because Elsa, cool. The one with the powers and everything. Yeah.
You better leave.
Who actually likes Anna? We're Anna fans.
I like Anna. She was cool. And she was very persistent. She was out there trying to help her sister no matter what. Everybody thought her sister was evil and writing her off. And she's like, nope, I'm here. Okay, RKS, we listening. What you got for us?
Which is all great and fine in the first movie. But the second one, no.
I don't really remember the second movie.
She was a terrible person.
Maybe he was right. Oh, that. You know what? I'm just keep saying they, because I be assuming people be a he or she. So RKS Mutual says I was raised on Disney and Looney Tunes. Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Oh man, I love me some Looney Tunes.
Man, Disney. Looney Tunes. My favorite one is shoot 'em now. Shoot 'em now. You want to shoot him now? You want to wait till later? Shoot him now! Shoot him now! Right.
Okay.
Wait a minute. And he'd be like, "You're despicable." Oh, man.
You know,
he'd be like, "Shoot you now! Shoot me now! Shoot me now!" He kept getting him.
Donald Duck.
Bugs Bunny is my favorite.
That's Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Daffy.
Too funny.
Yeah. Sylvester. Bugs Bunny. Yeah, man.
I thought Putty Cat. Yeah.
Yep, good old Tweety. And then there was one time I saw a clip of like this random little tune trying to hit like big old bomb. He was trying to hit it, trying to make it go off. And then Bugs Bunny, he's just sitting there eating his carrot. Hey, Doc, what are you doing? I'm trying to make this bomb go off. Yeah, Mac, let me get a swing at that. So he, of course, gets ready, does the grabs the hammer, spins around, and it stops right there, drops it, and goes, "What am I doing?" Oh my God. Them having that realism of, oh my God, this is going to hurt. Right. What am I doing?
No, my favorite Looney Tunes cartoon is when the little guy breaks out of prison, but he pretends to be a baby. And he is messing Bugs Bunny up. I mean, he is doing all these terrible things to him because he thinks he's an actual baby. Until he peeks in and sees him shaving, and he's standing up on this stool. He in the mirror shaving. He's got this tattoo on, like "Love Mother" or something like that. And then so he was like, "Okay, now this means war."
You know.
Oh, that's one of my favorite Looney Tunes.
I hope you know. Yeah. This means war. Yeah, I love that quote so much.
Yes. Roadrunner, Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah. Roadrunner was it.
Yeah. He could never catch
him. And Speedy Gonzalez. Woo. Yeah, we know now some of that was inappropriate.
Like freaking Pepe Le Pew.
But nevertheless, these kids, you was innocent. You don't even realize.
You didn't even realize it.
Yeah, but it was like, oh my God, yes. I like Pepe Le Pew. He was cool. He always, the cat, she thought he was a cat until she found out he was a skunk. But she liked him at first, though, until she caught a whiff of that smell and was like, oh, which I can relate. Like,
You know what's funny? A cat liking a skunk until they realize they're a skunk. I've seen that already, and that's Over the Hedge.
Yeah, they brought that back. Yeah,
that is hilarious.
Yeah, where the skunk, she pretended to be a cat. Yep, that it happens often in cartoons. They'll rehash something that they had back in the past. They'll bring it back. Yeah.
That's funny. But what's another? Yosemite Sam, man. I enjoyed his mustache.
Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam. The two, Elmer would get it worse.
Be very, very quiet.
Yes.
I'm hunting for rabbits.
And Elmer would get it worse than Yosemite. Yosemite, at least sometimes, he would, but nope, Elmer would catch it. And the episode where Bugs Bunny pretended to be the female with the Viking headband on and that blonde hair. Oh my God, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
I will say, I do like that one Geico ad that they had with Elmer Fudd, where it was like all right, so your line is, I'm hunting rabbits. Okay, I got it. I'll be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. No, rabbits. Wabbits. Rabbits. Wabbits. You're not saying it right. Oh, this director's rubbing me the wrong way. I just left off screen. I was like, that is hilarious.
Yeah, I like it though when they bring back classics. Ooh, now speaking of classics, now RKS Mutual, you're a Disney fan. And speaking of bringing back classics, if you watch that new Chip and Dale movie.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, you scared me for a second.
What did you thought I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say one of the bad ones. Oh boy.
No, the Chip and Dale movie.
Yeah, that one's good. That one's good.
That one was awesome. If you are a Disney, anybody that's a Disney fan and you like classic Disney, you need to watch the Chip and Dale movie. It's about 2 or 3 years old? I know we
Timeless
watched it.
To me.
No, but I mean, it came out I know it's on Disney Plus, but it came out a couple of years ago, recently. That movie is the bomb. You have to watch it.
And even though it has a whole bunch of random references sprinkled around, I do love the fact that it feels like the movie was made first, and then they're like, oh, hey, some funny little references. All right.
No, I think it was just all incorporated together. It
Yeah,
was
like
just
it was all
done
planned.
intelligently. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
was.
a lot of people can't do
No,
that
there's
that
a
way.
lot of movies that I've seen where they made the movie first and then they went back and threw in some crap, and you just be like, why is that
Oh
there?
yeah, they throw in crap, not art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So that's really nice. I got scared for a second because when you said bringing back classics, I thought you were gonna say the Mufasa movie, and I would have just left off screen. I'm like, that movie's just
I haven't seen that.
yeah. I don't want to.
Sometimes, I feel like they do stuff to death. And it's like, okay, I saw Lion King, and then I saw the live action Lion King, and then I saw the Lion King cartoon, and then they had a couple of specials, and it's like I'm
I'm
about
all
kinged
Lion
out,
King
right?
out.
I'm all kinged out. Like I can't it comes to a point where it's just like, okay, you know what? I've had my fill, so I'm not gonna watch anymore.
The wild part is okay. Stick with me on this one. We have Planet of the Apes, a whole bunch of them. I'm surprised they didn't try to make a live action Tarzan yet.
They did.
They did?
You didn't know that?
When?
It's been a live action Tarzan movie, a few of them. It's been a show. I remember I used to watch the show on TV back in the day, and it's old. I mean, like from the 50s. Maybe even, no, not back as far as the 40s, but 50s, 60s, somewhere in there. There's a Tarzan show. There was Tarzan movies, several live actions of those. And then Disney came out with one. I was shocked when the Disney movie did pretty good, which me and Disney, I love it. But yeah, and I got a favorite line out of that movie too. Can I, 3 more minutes? No. 2 more minutes? No. I love that part. I love that part.
Dude, while talking about other fun favorite lines, I think one of my favorites is one from 101 Dalmatians with the "I'm hungry, mother. I really am."
Pongo.
Oh yeah, just random. Oh, Pongo. Like, man, that's just.
Pongo and Purdy.
I did not remember her name.
I remember her name. I used to love 101 Dalmatians. That was a very cool movie. Well, I had the book. I used to read the book a lot because back in the day, my mother didn't buy Disney movies when I was a kid. It was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother would get me the books. We would never see the movies.
Look, I understand. My mom is much better than your mom. I get that.
Yeah, so I knew all the names and everything.
Like worlds apart.
That they would put in the book. Whatever they put in the book, I definitely remember. But yeah. And I also had one of my favorite books, which is totally off Disney though, was It Happened on Mulberry Street. Dr. Seuss.
I haven't read it, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, any Dr. Seuss fans out there?
Who isn't?
Cat in the Hat.
One
Mulberry
fish,
Street.
2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh man, that's a good one.
And the Lorax.
Yep, the Lorax.
Yes.
And then when they made that into a movie, oh my god, that
cool.
was a really good movie.
Yeah.
And then, funny enough, okay, the only the only thing about the movie is that whenever I hear any of my friends trying to sing that whole Once-Lure song, man, I tell you, how bad can I be? Maybe you should learn how to sing properly. Like, come on, stop it. But yeah, the whole, like, I love those movies where they have like all this really cool, fun stuff, a whole lot of whimsicalness to it. Somebody does something really bad that could actually happen, and then they have to, deal with the consequences and try to find a way to fix their mistake. Those are always so nice. And it was like, what was it? It was like some, I forgot what the whole quote was from the Lorax when he was telling them to be careful about chopping down the trees. And he was like I think he was saying like when you do chop down the trees and they lean, careful which way you lean. He was like, I'm gonna listen to you. And then next thing you know, chop down the last tree. Like, yep. Have fun cleaning this up.
Yeah, the antics. Funny that you mentioned about TV antics. It was hilarious because I say it all the time that people learn too many lessons from TV. So your younger brother was telling a story about how he was at his dad's house and he had friends over. His brother had his younger brother had friends over, and they broke the TV. So they call him upstairs, and he comes up there, and he's like, "Okay, what y'all called me up here for?" He said, "What y'all thought we was gonna do a whole scenario where we gonna run out and go get the TV fixed and have it back before Dad even notices?" He was like, "What is that?" He said, "I'm going back downstairs." I thought that was so hilarious. I was like, "Wow."
Like, what's happening up here? We broke the TV. What do you want me to do about it? Like, I'm not fixing Felix. I'm not just gonna.
All of them at the time too. They was all 14 at the time. That was hilarious.
I think we're gonna get on a train, go on a mystical adventure, try to sneak past Dad in an overcoat, try to get the TV back fixed before he even notices. Yeah,
I was there laughing. I was like, "Wow, that is too much." People really do believe in some of the stuff on TV is possible. Like, oh Lord, stop it.
We're gonna run and just so happen to catch up to and jump on the train. That's where our journey starts.
Yes.
The thing that always gets me, right, when it comes to those cartoons, how in the Spangled Blue anything do those characters manage to get a little stick and that one little baggie and fit all their belongings in there?
It's a handkerchief. Clearly the biggest handkerchief I've ever seen in my life, because apparently these handkerchiefs are so huge they take them off their neck. Now, when they take them off their neck, they don't seem that big. But like you said, I equate it to, you remember Mary Poppins' bag? How she came in. Did you remember seeing the movie? And she had all her furniture. She pulled that big old lamp out of the bag and all that other stuff. So I equate those handkerchiefs to being like Mary Poppins' bag. Like you could fit.
Same thing like Cat in the Hat. That man would just make anything appear.
Yeah, and that's what I think those handkerchiefs were. They was like that. You know, they like pull out a campfire and a pot and, you know, some food and start cooking. Yeah.
You know, funny enough, that does exist in Dungeons and Dragons.
I would imagine.
It's such a useful skill. You can put anything in there. Even your teammates. Oh, come on, get in the bag.
Well, RKS never did come back with the topics. He joined in with the cartoons. We never did come back with the topics. But you know what? That would be leave them in the comments and we can start off with them tomorrow. You know what? We did promise we was gonna start off with those topics from yesterday today.
What were they?
Well, you know what? It's something serious. So we said we was gonna do light and fun today. So you know what? Tomorrow we'll go back to doom and gloom.
Interesting. But yeah, and that junk is so many fun characters that's been made, rather than from cartoons or anything. And then, okay, I think it would be criminal of me personally if we're talking about all these classical cartoons, classical characters. At some point, I brought up Superman. It'd be criminal for me to not talk about Mighty Mouse. Come on. That's a good character.
If you're gonna do Mighty Mouse, you might as well talk about Underdog.
No, Mighty Mouse.
See, I can't with you.
Here's the thing. Underdog.
What?
I don't know anything about.
See, that's why you don't.
Isn't he Superman's dog?
Do some. No, you do some research on Underdog first before you try to throw the dog under the bus. No, Underdog was cool, just like Mighty Mouse. Unlike Mighty Mouse, Underdog did not sing.
I don't remember Mighty Mouse ever singing.
Here I come to save the day. You know what? Once again, I got to.
I imagine that was just the people who'd also sing his little song for Mighty Mouse, like you.
He will always, here I come to save the day.
Don't remember him ever speaking.
Oh, God. Okay. So.
I was a kid.
Anyway.
I was like, what, 4?
You have pick and choose memory. A lot of A lot of people had that pick and choose memory. They pick.
It's a child memory.
It don't matter.
What do you mean it don't matter? That's like how it was when I first went back to see Naughty again, and I was surprised that he had a grown man's voice.
Anyway.
I wasn't ready for that. As a child, I strictly remember him. Hi, Naughty. How are you doing? I'm doing great, everyone. Somewhere around that range. And it's just some, I come back. Oh, man, here he comes out of his car. Hello, everyone. Why is that a grown man coming out of that little body? Scared the crap out of me.
All right, I'll give you credit on that. But you're going to do some recon and research. I'm going to show you. Mighty Mouse, he's saying all the time.
I don't remember that. I remember him flying up, being all buff and everything, helping everyone. That's a really buff mouse.
Of course.
Thank goodness we never had to deal with it. If I ever just, man, I got to clean out these pests. Mighty Mouse, I don't think this is enough. You just take my can from me.
You had a house.
Well, we tried. Maybe we can get Underdog to help us.
You ain't got to be a Mighty Mouse. You can be a regular mouse. You can have this house. I'm out. You can have it. I'm Crazy. Out.
Oh, boy. I also enjoyed Bolt.
Bolt?
Yeah, Bolt.
Oh, Bolt was super cool.
I'm just a little upset that was all just special effects. I wish it was real.
But I mean, regardless, he was still so adorable. And then when he realized he didn't have powers, he was like, "What are you doing?"
I'm trying to super bark.
Oh, when he did that.
What are you doing right now? Trying to super bark you out of that tree. Nah, it's not gonna work. You go ahead and keep trying, buddy. But yeah, that junk, crazy. Any hoozles, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up this fun little scenario. I really hope someone doesn't just join in randomly at the very end of it. That'd be awkward.
Are you waiting for that to happen?
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to happen again because that always happens. Any hoozles, this has been this episode of Box of Topics. I've been your host. That's been Mama J. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share.
And share! I love that part. And share!
Leave us your comments, anything you want us to talk about later in the future. We definitely will, most likely. And, or like some of your favorite cartoons or a series that you can gush about and talk about for hours. Because I tell you, if somebody gives me the time of day, I will be going. Heck, even if I just... See, here's why Raditz is the best character in the whole series. And then that's it. That's all I need. With that being said, this has been Box of Topics. I don't know why. I think I said it out of order. This is Box of Topics. I've been your host. That's been Mama J. And we'll see you next time. Because you never know what you got a kid.
Oh, Lord.